Are the digital amps in Logic Pro any good? Let's find out as we learn to find them, explore presets, and record. We'll even take a look at a quick demo I did using only stock Logic amps. So first things first, where do you find these amps? Let's grab a guitar and open up Logic. When you've opened up your project, you're going to create an audio track, and then you're going to go down here where it says Audio Effects. Click Audio Effects and scroll down to where you see Amps and Pedals. Go over one more menu and click Amp Designer. You should see a screen that looks like this, and it has an amplifier already on it. Now we're going to take a look at all of these presets. Presets are pre-made settings in Logic that are a great starting point if you're new to recording and digital amps in general. Today we'll focus on 4 types of guitar and bass tones: clean, edge of breakup, full distortion, and just a good old-fashioned clean bass tone. To find these presets, you can click right here at the top to get a drop-down menu. If you want to start exploring these presets right away, you can click these arrows right here and it'll scroll through various tones you can try. Now we're going to focus on some of my favorites that you can use so you can get started right away. The first of which is called Best of Both Worlds. So you'll click the drop-down menu, scroll down to Clean, and then click Best of Both Worlds. Best of Both Worlds is great for just a straight up clean tone. There's no mess, no frills, it's just clean and it's straight and to the point. The next one I want to try is called the Brit Reverb. So again, we'll click on our menu here, go to Clean, and then go to Brit Reverb. Now as you can hear, this one has a little bit of reverb and a little bit more character. The next type of tone we're going to focus on is those kind of edge of breakups that if you play softly, they'll still be mostly clean, but if you really dig in, you'll start to get some distortion. The first one of those we're going to look at is called the Brawny Combo Crunch. So this one you'll notice if I play softly, there's not much distortion going on. It's just a straight up clean tone. But if I really start to dig in, you start to get just a little bit of breakup. The next one we're going to look at is called Designer Tweed Crunch. This one has a lot more gain on it than the last one, but still has a wide dynamic range. So again, playing softly, and now when I dig in, it'll open up a little more. These edge of breakup tones can be really powerful in driving and pulling back the dynamics in your songs. The next type of tones we're going to look at are full distortion tones. These are typically going to be used more in your rock songs, your punk songs, things like that. The first one we're going to look at is called Modern Rock 1. So as you can hear, it has a lot more bite, but not so much that you lose the definition of the notes in the chord. The next one we're going to look at is Modern Rock 2. This one has a lot of bite to it and can be used for much more aggressive styles of music. This one can be driven hard enough to use in heavy metal contexts too. Now we're going to look at the Bass Amp Designer. You'll follow the same path we did to find the guitar amps. Go down here to where it says Audio Effects, Amps and Pedals, and click Bass Amp Designer. Now I have 2 favorites in here, one of which is actually just the default tone. It's clear, it's concise, and it's to the point. Check it out. The next one's called Amp Egg, which of course is a reference to the Ampeg amps. So we'll click up here and then we'll scroll down and we'll click Amp Egg. This one has a little bit more bite to it. You'd probably hear it more in punk songs or rock songs, etc. Now to really get this one going, you're going to want to tweak a couple settings. I like to boost the gain a little bit here, turn on the EQ, maybe bump up the compressor a little bit, and check out what you get. Now that we've explored some of the tones in Logic, let's see what we can get when we put them together and try to make a song. Now here you'll see I have 6 total tracks, one of which is the drums, one of which is the bass, and then I have a few different types of guitars. Let's take a look at the bass first. I have my bass amp pulled up, and I actually started with the default setting, and then I added a compressor and some light EQ. On the clean guitar, I just have the Brawny Combo Crunch, and again, a little bit of light EQ. On the dirty guitar, I have a noise gate, the Modern Rock preset, and some EQ. And on the next dirty guitar, I have basically the same thing without the noise gate. And then lastly, I have my lead guitar, where I again use Modern Rock 2, a little bit different of an EQ, and a little bit of delay. Now, I understand you might not know what some of these plugins do, but believe me, we will cover them in a future video. So the bass, when soloed, sounds like this. Clean guitar sounds like this. The dirtier rhythm guitars sound like this. And the lead guitar sounds like this. And all together, it sounds something like this. So, are Logic Pro's amp sims the best in the world? Probably not. In fact, I almost exclusively use Neural DSP products in my own recordings. However, Logic's amps are perfectly capable and good enough to get you started recording while you're developing your own tastes and skills. As you learn more, you may identify areas that Logic's amps aren't getting the job done as well as you'd like. At this point, you may be ready to start exploring the massive and intimidating world of third-party amp sims. We'll get into those in future videos, so stay tuned. If this video is helpful to you, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe and follow along as we learn how to write, record, produce, and engineer songs in Logic Pro. And remember, the purpose of this channel is not to turn you into a pro audio engineer, but to give you the skills you need to get your music heard quickly and easily. So stay tuned for future videos, hit subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.